Okay, yes, we are bored. We're all bored now. But has it ever occurred to you, Wally, that the process that creates this boredom that we see in the world now may very well be a self-perpetuating, unconscious form of brainwashing created by a world totalitarian government based on money, and that all of this is much more dangerous than one thinks? And it's not just a question of individual survival, Wally, but that somebody who's bored is asleep, and somebody who's asleep will not say no? See, I keep meeting these people. I mean, just a few days ago, I met this man whom I greatly admire. He's a Swedish physicist, Gustav Bjornstrand, and he told me that he no longer watches television, he doesn't read newspapers, and he doesn't read magazines. He's completely cut them out of his life because he really does feel that we're living in some kind of Orwellian nightmare now, and that everything that you hear now contributes to turning you into a robot. And when I was at Findhorn, I met this extraordinary English tree expert who had devoted his life to saving trees. He just got back from Washington, lobbying to save the redwoods. He's 84 years old. He always travels with a backpack because he never knows where he's going to be tomorrow. And when I met him at Findhorn, he said to me, "Where are you from?" And I said, "New York." He said, "Ah, New York, yes, that's a very interesting place. Do you know a lot of New Yorkers who keep talking about the fact that they want to leave but never do?" And I said, "Oh, yes." And he said, "Why do you think they don't leave?" I gave him different banal theories. He said, "Oh, I don't think it's that way at all." He said, "I think that New York is the new model for the new concentration camp, where the camp has been built by the inmates themselves, and the inmates are the guards, and they have this pride in this thing they've built. They've built their own prison, and so they exist in a state of schizophrenia, where they are both guards and prisoners, and as a result, they no longer have, having been lobotomized, the capacity to leave the prison they've made, or to even see it as a prison." And then he went into his pocket and he took out a seed for a tree and he said, "This is a pine tree." He put it in my hand and he said, "Escape before it's too late." See, actually for 2 or 3 years now, Chiquita and I have had this very unpleasant feeling that we really should get out. That we really should feel like Jews in Germany in the late 30s. Get out of here. Of course, the problem is where to go, because it seems quite obvious that the whole world is going in the same direction. See, I think it's quite possible that the 1960s represented the last burst of the human being before he was extinguished, and that this is the beginning of the rest of the future now, and that from now on there'll simply be all these robots walking around, feeling nothing, thinking nothing, and there'll be nobody left almost to remind them that there once was a species called a human being, with feelings and thoughts, and that history and memory are right now being erased, and soon nobody will really remember that life existed on the planet.
Fuck the New World Order. They try to kill us all, so it's the New World Slaughter. Yeah, this planet's just a prison. Anonymous has risen. The government need to talk to the youth and just listen. Everyone's getting brainwashed from watching television. Back in 1981, they warned us about the system. Technology's taking over. We've got drones, we've got nukes, we've even got the Mars rover. We keep repeating our actions over and over until we're dead in our grave, turn over. I'll write until I write myself sober. I'm a 40% loner, but that's just how it is. The government make money to take money from the people, yeah, but that's just how it is. I'll have a propaganda, oh the propaganda. They know too much about what I investigated in. Holy shit, what have I investigated in? Yeah. Yeah, it's a hard life without a helping hand. Debts you forgot about can have you in debt for grands. We're all one race, and that's the human race. So screw these laws that were created by man. Without taking the time to listen, how could you understand? At some point in my life I wanna stack 100 grand. Have 250 grands wrapped in a red rubber band. It's kinda mad that Cav's got fans. Yeah, you can get my mixtape on demand. It's that Kavanagh Mafia franchise, and I want that franchise to get planned. But it takes money to make money, and I learned that from the fam. So what don't you understand? If you want me to be honest, then society is a scam. The rich get rich and the rich have got you eating out the hands. And as a kid, I was a naughty child, trust me. But then I grew to realise that this whole planet is pretty much run by all the Rothschilds or something like that. I made a track and called it something like that. Yeah, something like that. Cause all I ever said is something like that. And if you're scratching my back, then I'm scratching yours back. There's not one single pumpkin in my flat, I might make a pumpkin mask. Yeah, you know that's in my track, but I'm getting off subject about this track. Fuck the Illuminati, fuck 'em. I'll thrill the Illuminati and call it for Illuminati. That's another track from Cav. I swear down all these thoughts that I have are so mad. I need to put my mind in a straight jacket. Put it in a straight jacket. Swear down sometimes I just can't hack it. Yeah, I just can't hack it. Nah. Let me try think about what a gangster would say. What would a gangster say? I always walk around with a smile on my face. Trust me. I love you, mum, and I hope you have a nice day. Love you. But I've got to keep it moving instead of moving away. I'll keep making tracks, making them. Yeah, I'll keep stating facts, stating them, until my life gets taken away, taken away. I wrote this track just the other day. Just the other day, yeah, I wrote this track just the other day, wrote it the other day, yeah, I wrote this track just the other day. Yeah, this planet's just a prison, Anonymous has risen. The government needs to talk to the youth and just listen. Everyone's getting brainwashed from watching television. Back in 1981, they warned us about the system. Technology's taking over. We've got drones, we've got nukes, we've even got the Mars rover. We keep repeating our actions over and over until we're dead in our grave, turn over. Yeah, I'll write until I write myself sober.